the old journey destination thing. Or Alan Watts has a great quote, which is, you don't dance so that you get to another part of the ballroom, right?
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
just, if you can make it just be fun. I think that's a huge, one of my favorite scenes in a movie ever. Is the movie with that jazz piano guy, and it's the Pixar movie. You know what I'm talking about, but I'm blanking on that.
Soul, right? Yeah.
Soul. Where he goes into the afterlife, and it's crazy that that's great a kid's
film.
movie.
It's a great film. It's great. It made me cry, by the way. That film.
That is one of the best movies I've ever seen.
Yeah.
But the music, everything. But the one scene that I loved and that I feel so much is where he's in the afterlife. There's all the dead souls and all of everything, and then he goes to these little bubbles, which are people who aren't dead but are in inside of their craft, or inside of the thing that they really love doing. Yeah. And they're in the flow state, right? Which I'm gonna mess up his name, Mihai. I don't know. The guy who talks about flow a lot, or who discovered the principle of flow and interviewed a bunch of successful people to ask them, and all of them talked about flow. But I do feel like that is meditation. If you can get to your craft to a level where you're in it, and there's you're not thinking, okay, now I'm gonna in 30 minutes I'm gonna eat, and then I'm gonna see, the postman's gonna come down, and postman, what are we in the 80s? The Amazon guy is gonna come down.
By golly,
the postman, the milkman's coming. But anyway, when you can get to that place, I think that is the enlightened state. I think we solved life there, Ilko.
Wow. Huh. Well, that definitely got me thinking. By golly. Wow. By the way, talking about mischief earlier, I was recently feeling a bit mischievous.
I feel like you feel mischievous often, because most of the stories I hear are you interacting with a person you don't know in a supermarket or on a bench. And I feel like you do it with this mischievous spirit. And I love hearing those stories.
Well, I'm going to share another one. So here it goes. I was recently in a bookstore, and I purchased a book, printed literature. I'm still fond of buying books, even though I have a Kindle. But I got my book. I found my book, and I went to the place where you have to pay for it. And there was a guy in front of me, and the lady behind the desk was a very attractive young woman. And the guy in front of me was like, hey, I'd like to buy this book. And it was like a big book. It was one of those coffee table books, And he's like, okay, I want to buy this book. But by the way, I noticed that it said 10% off. How can I get that discount? And the lady was like, oh, that's just, online. And he said, oh, can't I get it in the store? And she said, no, sorry, just, she was very disinterested, by the way. Mm-hmm. She had that look on her face, that attractive people have.
She's attractive. I missed that part.
No, she was.
She's attractive.
That's why she was disinterested. Me and the guy were very interested. Yeah. and so he was like, well, can't I get it in the store? And she's like, no, just online. And the guy was like, well, and so he was kind of at a loss for words. And then at that point I stepped in, and this is, my mischievous side. Because I was like, oh, that's okay. You can just place your order and then,
do store pickup or something.
Yeah. Like while you're in the store. And so he turns to her and he's like, is this guy correct? And she said no. And then both of us, me and the guy, kind of looking incredulously, like, what? What? Why not? If you take out your phone and order it online, can't you just pick up the one that's in the store?
Yeah.
And she's like, no, you have to order it online and then wait for it to be delivered to you. That's when you get the 10% off. And then the guy's like, yeah, but you've got like 10.
One of them here available at the location.
Yeah. Yeah. Like you've got like 10 available books. Can I just,
take
order
it and then
one
you'll receive the new one. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. And then she's like, sorry, that's not how it works. And then at this point, like the guy's looking at me, right? And he's like, well, what do I do? And I say, well, I don't know.
Yeah.
And the guy's like, so can't you just like put this one aside and then I'll just leave the store, I'll order it, and then I'll come back in like 10 minutes and pick it up. Won't I get a discount then? And the lady's like, no, that's not how it works. Sorry, you have to order and like everything has to be online. Yeah. And you have to wait like a day or something, for them to send it to you. And then the guy's like, okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take this book back. I'm going to put it, I'm going to leave it where I found it. And I'm just not going to bother at all. And then he left. Like stormed out, It was a quiet storm. But a storm
a light
nonetheless.
Rain. A light drizzle.
Light rain. Yeah.
Okay.
And then it was my turn to pay for my book. And I tried to make small talk with her.
Can I get 10% off of this one?
No, that would have been
very mischievous.
That would have been cocky. That would have been too mischievous.